Been following the budget announcements, and there are one of the few features about the budget that I would like to mention to you. All you have got a brief handout, so I will just mention that, and then we can go ahead and take questions from you. First of all, there has been a significant increase in the budget allocation to the tourism sector by the government, and the figures that we have is the allocation in the budget estimates is the 2026.77 crores in the union budget this year, and this is 61% higher than the revised estimates of last year. Last year, all the budget estimates were lowered down because of the impact of COVID and the financial impact it had on the government's resources. So there is a 61% jump. If we compare it with the year 1920 also, there is a significant jump, because in the year 1920 also the revised estimate was only 1416 crores. So if you compare it with both 1920, which was pre-COVID, and 2021, which was the COVID year, the budget allocation this year indicates a significant increase in the allocation for the tourism ministry. Apart from that, if you see the budget, the major theme is on infrastructure creation, which is by way of better road connectivity, better rail connectivity, better connectivity through air. And this is something that we in the tourism ministry have been constantly working on. There is a committee under the cabinet secretary which meets with all ministries. There is also a task force under the tourism secretary which coordinates. And we have been forwarding a list of projects to be undertaken to the National Highways Authority, to the Railway Authority, and to the Ministry of Civil Aviation to start air routes. And most of these have taken, the agencies have taken steps in the last few years. And we are confident that with the emphasis on infrastructure creation that we see in the budget, this will help increase connectivity, improve connectivity for both domestic and international travelers. So, coupled with the increased allocation, the increased focus on infrastructure is also a very good and significant positive for the tourism sector. Another positive for the tourism sector is the India's performance as far as the management of the COVID epidemic goes. And you are aware that it is coming back in a very virulent form and in a stronger way in many developed countries. And while in India the number of cases are going down, the mortality is going down, and there is a sense of confidence across all levels, except a few pockets in the country. There is a sense of confidence that the disease is well under control. Similarly, the vaccination program has been rolled out, and we are significantly progressing. We have crossed the 5 million vaccination mark. More and more people will. So all this, the lowering of the infection rate and the increased vaccination that we are reaching out to everyone will inspire a sense of confidence that the disease is on its way out in India, and that will help us project India as a safe and a destination where people can come freely. So that is also a very good positive feature for us, that our performance on the COVID front and the vaccination front, these are all happening very well. Apart from this, there has been one request from the industry about the MSME sector, which took place in the COVID period, which was that the MSME definition was changed to include the services sectors in that, so that they could get whatever was the relief under the Atmanirbhar Bharat scheme, and quite a few those related with the travel and hospitality industry have been able to take the benefit of that. And that has been one feedback that I've got constantly from the industry when I have recently joined and they've come to meet me, and they're saying that this relaxation of definition has helped them ease the matters and ease the pain caused by the epidemic. So with these opening remarks, I will hand over to my colleagues if they have additional to add, or otherwise we can take questions.
This week, we should say 12th of February, we have the Association of Domestic Tour Operators. They are inaugurating a conference on 12th evening, for which Secretary Tourism himself will be representing the Ministry of Tourism. We have this as the first largest physical event after the COVID has started, and that's going to be a 2-day conference. And the number of participants who've already registered are more than 350. And there will be officials joining in from the Gujarat Tourism and of course also from the Central Ministry. And the main messaging that needs to go from this is that with certain amount of safeguards built in, physical conferences are sort of back. So that's one large message. Sir will of course also be chairing and talking on a session on the role of aviation in promotion of tourism. And we have the media of course will be joining us in taking this story forward. There will also be a session on technology and how it shall drive travel in times to come, not only post-COVID but even otherwise, leveraging on the role of technology. So this is an event at the Statue of Unity in Kevadia from the 12th to the 14th of February 2021.
670 करोड़ प्रमोशनल एक्टिविटीज पे खर्च होंगे, जैसे मीडिया कैंपेन और अन्य डोमेस्टिक और इंटरनेशनल, और बाकी सब में बाकी जो हमारी स्कीम्स हैं, ट्रेनिंग की हैं, कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग की हैं, चैंपियन सर्विस सेक्टर स्कीम की हैं, और हमारी जो एस्टैब्लिशमेंट एक्सपेंडिचर की स्कीम है।
सर, ये जो टूरिज्म इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की बात कर रहे हैं, इसमें किस तरह की चीज़ें आप जोड़ेंगे?
तो टूरिज्म इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में हमारे जो मेन स्कीम्स हैं, एक तो प्रसाद की स्कीम चल रही है, स्वदेश स्कीम भी उसमें सुधारना हम करने वाले हैं। तो इन और हम केंद्रीय जो एजेंसीज हैं उनको भी मदद करते हैं, अगर वो अपने उनका जहाँ स्वामित्व है वैसे ऐसी जगहों पे कुछ प्रोजेक्ट्स करना चाह रहे हैं, तो केंद्र और राज्य शासन गवर्नमेंट्स के साथ मिलकर जहाँ जहाँ टूरिस्ट स्थल पे टूरिज्म इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर क्रिएट करने की जरूरत है, उन सब स्कीम्स